David with Channel 9's Junior News Bulletin.
Space-mad kids around the country stayed in and watched their TV sets today as the first broadcast from Apollo 7 went to air. What a lot of kids don't know about the mission is Walter Shearer, its commander, was a keen pilot even as a boy and was already able to fly his father's airplane at the age of 50.
That's him, David McMillan. Golden boy, the kid most likely. Is Daddy a war hero? Is Mum a glamorous socialite? It's a pity they didn't bother to pull his pants down and take a strap to the cheeky bugger.
The lesson from Captain Shearer is if you want to achieve something, start young.
He could have been anything. By his 22nd birthday, he'd made $1 million. But it wasn't through honest sweat. It was the white stuff, heroin. That's how come he wound up here, the notorious Bangkok Hilton, facing a firing squad. Beats me why Australia ever did away with the death penalty. Would have saved us all a hell of a lot of trouble if we just strung him up. Mind you, it would have meant catching him first. And when it came to our David, that turned out easier said than done.
It's a jungle out there.
What do we got here? An Admiral Bakelite radio, 1947. I collect them.
I've never known Bakelite to smell like that. Resonance. You live in Caulfield. Where do you go to school?
Caulfield Grammar. It's just around the corner from my mum's.
Yeah, my nephew's just started there. Good school?
Brilliant. It's a good choice.
I should open your radio up, son. Find out where that smell's coming from. But I don't want to be the bloke who ruined your life. Now, you get out of here, and you remember this sort of nonsense, you don't usually get second chances.
You think this little smartass learned his lesson? Bullshit, he did.
And get a bloody haircut.
It took more than a soft customs officer to transform David McMillan from golden boy to heroin-dealing kingpin.
What you got on tonight, Clell? Raging out?
Yeah, maybe. A couple of guys from Boys Next Door are having a party.
Oh, they've got that lead singer. Oh, what's his name again?
Nick Cave.
Oh, God, he's so rootable. Good luck to you, love. So, David, what are we thinking? Layer it a bit? Maybe short around the ears?
What do you think?
Well, 1972 was a great year, but let's move on, eh?
Harsh words.
If I were you, I'd cut the lot off and start from scratch.
Cleo,
All right, let's go short.
suit yourself.
Clelia, right? Beautiful name.
So I've heard.
I was wondering if I could buy you a drink, say thank you for the advice.
You know, just because you cut your hair doesn't mean I'm going to let you fuck me.
So what would it take? Might see you around then.
Alone with a heart.
Rosie, where are you? Hi.
Reggie's left me.
Well, I'm sorry.
You don't care, you never liked him.
Did like him. Just didn't trust him.
I should have seen it coming. I asked him to buy me a car last week. He said yes, far too quickly.
Come on, Mum, you did do quite nicely out of poor old Reg. Much better than the other bloke you shacked up with.
And I earned every cent of it. The man had the most dreadful halitosis.
Poor Rosie.
David, I really do need a new car. The Rover's blowing so much smoke, it's embarrassing.
That should cover a deposit.
So, how did you crack an invite to this place?
I know these guys from school.
Oh, yeah? And you just stayed in touch, huh?
Not quite. You know, old school tie.
Let me get this straight. We're crashing their party and we're attempting to sell them drugs.
Yeah. You think that's going to be a problem?
No. No, I don't. I'll see you later.
Clelia, hey. Oh, what a coincidence. Seeing you here.
Coincidence, right. So I hear you're a drug dealer.
I don't know whether to be pleased that you asked after me or annoyed that someone told you that.
You got any speed?
I'm a drug dealer, aren't I? It's Dexedrine, 500 milligrams. I was about to say one's probably enough.
Yeah, more and stuff.
Yeah, as much as you want. You can be Carol McCoy.
Script.
With 3 repeats. Carol suffers from narcolepsy, in case the chemist asks.
So the real Carol, she your girlfriend?
There is no real Carol, and that's not a radio either.
What is it?
A police scanner.
You listening to the cops? Where do you get these?
This one I made myself. It's just a hobby.
What are you, an evil criminal genius?
I don't know about the evil part.
Yeah, turn it on. Far out.
Caulfield 206, we can attend. We're only a minute away. BKC to Caulfield 206. Trespass on premises, 2, possibly 3 offenders. Roger that, BKC.
Maybe I'll let you fuck me after all.
Shocking resolution, Pete. You really need a new lens on that thing.
David. This is my friend Bri.
Just got out of Pentridge.
Armed robbery.
Pete's going to put it on a T-shirt, aren't you? My mate, the stick-up man.
Sitting the capitalist pigs where it hurts.
So, Pete, you're still looking for 3? I can do the lot for an even 1,500.
If it's the ambassador, man, we're buying.
Wait, that's what? 1,500 for 3 ounces?
1,800 for 3, but I'm doing you a special price.
600 Australian dollars for 1 ounce of chuff.
Man, I'm not about profit. If you want to turn on, I'm here to help, but I got to cover costs.
You think because I've been inside I don't know what shit's worth? But you think I'm a mug?
No, but if you're not interested, there's plenty of people who are.
Yeah, smart ass. For what if I put a bullet in your face? What are your price be then?
Brian, no, cool it, man. Right, it's expensive, the ambassador, because it's the shit, man. Look. Check it out, it's fully imported from Nepal.
It's true. And David's hash did come from the Far East. The Far East Melbourne suburb of Mooroolbark, where it was cooked up by a dentist called Neville.
And those Sherpas do come a bloody long way.
Sherpas. All right, fuck it. I'll take the lot.
Patrick!
Hey! Hey! What's happened?
Bricks have changed my locks. They've locked me out of my place. They've dumped all my stuff.
Who?
The owner was behind on my rent. They said they put my cat out. But Patrick never goes out. He's an inside cat. Now he's gone.
Hey. Got you these. Look, finding a cat's really easy. Just got to think positive thoughts and, you know, wait till they get hungry. Here, puss, puss. Here, puss, 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 puss. I've been late on my rent before, but a year? That's impressive.
Yeah, my dad used to pay it. But then he decided he wanted me living at home. I told him to piss off, so he stopped.
Dad's. Mine's a Nazi, too. I mean, Mum left him when I was a kid, but thank Christ.
That's why you never see him.
Yeah. Oh, Patrick, I presume.
Oh, my baby! Patrick!
See? Positive thoughts, and the universe gives you something good back. Now, if you want, I can pick that lock for you, lug your stuff back in, or just grab what you need and move in with me. Your choice.
Patrick's all I need.
I figured out who Carol McCoy is. The getaway, Ellie McGraw's character.
You guessed it.
Which makes you Steve McQueen.
I'll settle for that.
Smoking the Ambassador at $500 an ounce meant that Brian Robards soon needed to go back to work. So he hooked up with his old prison buddy, Benny O'Connell. Notorious armed robber, stand-over man and all-round scumbag. Together, these geniuses knocked over Guthrie's Trading, a major firearms importer, lifting nearly 300 shooters.
Whatever you want, they're going cheap.
Shit.
They're top bloody quality, too.
I don't know, I'm still kind of stuck on the whole make love, not war thing.
Bullshit. Dealers need to tool up, mate.
Look, how about we do a deal? What do they call it?
Contra.
Do a contra. You give us an ounce of smack, we'll give you a choice of the shooters.
I didn't know you guys were dealing.
It's hard to make a living as a counterhopper these days, Dave. Security screens, cameras, dive bombs in the cash bag.
A lot of guys we know are checking out of the arm robs and getting into your game instead, so...
Point is, you give us the hammer, we can move it. Quick, smart. Come on, Dave. The lady likes the bang-bangs. Thanks, your love.
Oh, Clell.
So what do you think?
Oh. I think that getting the guns was an inspired idea.
You know what I mean.
Clell, are you aware, yeah, more of that in most Southeast Asian countries, they hang drug smugglers?
They never catch us. We're too smart. You're too smart.
Is that right?
You know it is. We could get out of this dump. We could have some real fun.
We have fun now.
Yeah. There's ordinary fun, and there's super fun. And I thought you were a super fun kind of guy.
Michael's cousins worked in Manila for years. I guess you could give us some contacts over there.
going smack, we should buy big and make it worthwhile.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay. But we'll need money to do a run. And if we buy big, even more money.
Then we'll have to get money.
I could never figure out if she destroyed him or he destroyed her. Either way, Bonnie and Clyde were going to hell in a handcart.
David's in antiques, Dad.
Oh, yes? A lot of the boys from the auction houses eat here. Who are you with?
I have my own business. We're small and boutique stuff.
Still, I might have heard of it.
Kilo Imports. Like I said, it's boutique.
So Dad, David's business is doing really well, and he's got a great opportunity to expand into Asia. And the problem is he needs some capital to make it happen.
Oh, capital. You mean money?
I know it's forward, Mr. Vigano, but clearly you said you were looking for business opportunities.
Sorry, no. I'm in the food business, not whatever it is that you are into. But if you want to open a restaurant, then give me a yell.
Jesus, I should have known it.
Claire, just wait. That's a very generous offer, Mr. Vigano. I've always been interested in hospitality.
What? Are you insane?
Bella, please.
No, if you don't want to help me, Dad, it's fine, because we don't need your fucking money. And,
Well,
you know, 6 months from now, I'm going to walk into your shitty little restaurant wearing diamonds that we paid for ourselves, and I'm going to tell you to shove your money up your ass. Come on.
One thing I'd say about David, the bastard loved a challenge. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Which is how he came to meet the biggest prick in Southeast Asia.
So that guy used to be in the House of Lords.
Yeah. It's also meant to be a very fine bongo player.
Yes.
Lord Tony, David McMillan. And this is Clelia Vigano.
Ah, look, I'm terribly sorry, but we already have plenty of strippers. Oh, unless she can do that thing with the ping pong ball?
No, you see, we're friends of Vanessa Sullivan's from the embassy. I think she mentioned me to you. Her cousin Michael is my business partner.
I have no memory of it, but if you must talk business, then come into my office. Oh, not the stripper.
All righto, we're fucking out of here.
No, Claire, come on. We've sunk too much money into this. Come on. Just have a drink. One drink. I'll be a minute. Okay?
Cannabis?
Heroin. I've got orders for 5 kilograms. I could put down 50% of the price up front.
50%? Mm-hmm. So you expect someone else to give you the rest on credit?
I was hoping you might be able to recommend someone who was, agreeable.
So essentially you're asking me to act as guarantor on the balance? But even though I've never met you?
Well, that's what the introduction from Vanessa Sullivan was supposed to be about.
All right. Well, I think you need to know something. David, I'm a law-abiding supporter of the Marcos regime, and everything that you've just said has been recorded.
All right, look, I'm sorry. I got it wrong.
I also have a very good relationship with the Australian police. Now, I want the names of your accomplices in Australia. They hang drug smugglers here, don't you know?
Fine, turn me in, do whatever you fucking want. I'm denying everything.
Are you refusing to give me names, boy?
Yeah, I am.
That's the spirit. The look on your face is priceless. I do hope you won't need a change of pants.
You fucking prick.
Yes, I certainly am that. Chin chin.
It's not what you know that matters. It's whose ass you're willing to kiss. Anyway, that's how David and the little princess stepped up to the big time. Within a few months, they'd built a multi-million-dollar heroin empire. And you know what they say? Nothing exceeds like excess.
Look what I found. Isn't it gorgeous?
House is in the name of David Clyde Westlake.
You got form?
He doesn't exist. I wrote down the regos of the cars he drives. All different names. All bullshit, if you ask me.
Doesn't make him a drug dealer.
They're off their heads half the time. They're out the back this morning, 5 a.m., semi-naked.
You're watching the place at 5 a.m.? Boss, maybe you should ask Grace for a Bex.
He's bringing in cars, furniture, a boat.
Maybe he's got a rich daddy. Maybe he won the lottery.
No. There's something smells about that bastard.
All right, boss. Makes you happy, I'll see what we can turn up.
Good.
And that's how I came into the story. You know what? I wish I'd taken a sickie that day. Anyway, we knew what this rooster looked like, where he lived, even what he had for tea. But we didn't know his name. God, ignorance is bliss.
Did you get to the footy on Saturday?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, me and the fellow went, Blues v Demons. What an absolute ripper. We were well behind in the third quarter and then Jezelenko just takes this bloody screamer, turned the game around.
From Brisbane, so I don't really follow it.
Yeah, right. You sure he's in there? Been quiet for a fair while.
Patience, sweetheart, right? You want to get anywhere as a detective, patience is everything.
Sorry I was gone so long, but I got you something to eat, tied you over till knock off. I hope you both wanted tomato sauce.
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh well. I'll see you tomorrow, eh?
Jesus, I'm really hungry now.
No good, is it?
Yeah.
For you. No. Tar.
Not for me.
So, he's a man of mystery, is he?
Well, we're still working on an ID, but there's no direct evidence of villainy as yet.
Mostly because we keep losing him.
I put you in a two-bit suburban dope dealer, and you can't even tail a bastard.
Well, he's slippery, boss.
So you've been sitting there a week, blowing my budget, and have you got bugger all? Is that what you're telling me?
No, we know that he lives with this one.
Yeah, so far, no luck IDing her yet either.
He's also got 2 regular visitors. That joker there, that's Michael Sullivan. He actually rents a flat in his own name.
Convictions?
Possession, marijuana. It's 4 years ago. Piddling otherwise.
Preliminary inquiries among St Kilda-based informants have so far come up blank.
A bunch of nobodies. Do we forget it?
We could turn the house over, take a punt, see what we find.
If he's even got half a brain, I doubt very much he's going to leave incriminating merchandise just lying around the house.
Honey, I'm home. Got dinner for the cat. Coq au vin. Hold the garlic.
What's a yum yum?
Looks like our copper mates have gone.
Good, I hope so. It's been freaking me out having the man sitting at the front all day.
I like it. Makes me feel safe from the baddies.
So, David, we're all wondering, What is this thing?
It's a canning machine. I picked it up cheap.
And what are we going to do with the canning machine?
Can stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
Since detectives Plod and Flatfoot have pissed off, I might do the deliveries.
Deliveries? My favourite.
No, it's on hold.
Hey?
They picked Bry out for the Guthrie's fucking trade job, puts us all in the shit.
But we didn't have anything to do with Guthrie's.
You ever heard of receiving stolen firearms?
Brian's solid. He's done time before.
Yeah, he's also put a whole lot of smack in his arm since then, and the thing about junkies is once they start yapping, it's hard to make them fucking stop.
Where is he?
He's in the city watch house right now. After that, I've got no idea.
Well, why don't we bust him out?
Jesus, this ain't Tombstone, love.
Well, why not? Hey? We're smart and the police are dumb. Right?
He's in the city watch house. There's more coppers in there than in a knock shop on payday.
What if he wasn't in the watch house?
What do you mean?
What did I say about David in a challenge? He had money, he had a whole bunch of crazy ideas, and Benny O'Connell had the criminal contacts. So anything was possible. Have a guess what that is. No, not drugs. Industrial strength cleaning product. Enough to make Brian vomit blood. And vomiting blood? Well, that's enough to get you transferred to a hospital.
Hands on your head now! Now or shoot! You two, on your head!
I can laugh when things ain't funny. Not happy-go-lucky me. I can smile, but I ain't got no money. Not happy-go-lucky me.
I cannot believe you talked me into this. You know we're all going to go to jail.
Relax. Clell knows what she's doing.
Ha! Yeah, Clell knows what she's doing.
Drive! Drive! Drive!
Where's Brian?
He got his face blown off. And they're after me. Go, go, go!
Is he dead?
Who?
Brian!
No! Oh, it could be. He didn't look real good. Fuck, you should have heard the sound he was making.
Well, at least if he's dead, he can't talk, eh, Dave?
Clell, you all right?
Oh, my God. I've never had a buzz like that in my entire life.
Mad bitch.
Told you it was a bloody stupid idea.
Here we are. No worse for wear.
Oh, so far.
Oh, come inside and have a beer, you big brat.
Yeah.
Don't think I won't.
All right.
Don't think I won't.
No, that's what you need to fucking do.
Excluded.
Just get inside, please.
Jack didn't know David from Adam, but he sure as hell knew Benny O'Connell. And that gave us the in we needed.
A fizz confirms that Benny O'Connell's been dealing heroin in a big way. Now, Benny's supplier goes by the name Westlake, sometimes Rain and a bunch of other things, but his real name's David Peter McMillan.
This fizz of yours, you ever deal directly with McMillan?
Well, he's not my fizz, bossy.
No direct contact as yet, boss. My informant reckons McMillan's pretty careful who he mixes with.
David McMillan. I know that name. Do I know that name?
Channel 9 News, late 60s, they had a kids segment.
This smarmy little prick with a plum in his mouth?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Up until a year ago, he's strictly small time, you know, moved a bit of hash past the occasional dodgy check on the occasional old lady out of her savings, but from what we're hearing, he's now one of the biggest heroin importers in the state.
And until a couple of weeks ago, we'd never even heard of him.
Well, we've heard of him now. Hey?
Look at the cocky little bugger. Man of 1,000 faces. See, the thing was, he had no record, he wasn't part of the criminal mainstream, so from a copper's point of view, he was invisible. He could come and go to Bangkok whenever he bloody well liked, without raising a flag.
G'day.
Hello, mate. Thought you might like a burger.
Actually, maybe not. You'll probably eat on the plane, yeah?
But with my blokes breathing down his neck,
Hooray. Bon voyage, mate.
well, he had to do a bit of a rethink, didn't he?
So I ended up working for this slum landlord. Now, he had trained this enormous fucking Alsatian to soil the beds of defaulting tenants. You know, it was all well and good until one day the hound was inadvertently given the command while we were still in my roller. He shat all over the chamois. And I resolved, in that moment, never to take paid employment again.
You were so rude, Tony. I absolutely love it. Now, if you'll excuse me, just going to powder my nose.
Looks like I need to pee too.
My lovely ladies, you shall be missed. David, I heard some rather disquieting news while I was in Sydney. Apparently, I'm to be named by the Royal Commission into drug trafficking as a person of interest.
I've always been discreet.
Oh, really? I heard the police have started an entire fucking task force for the sole purpose of catching you.
You can't take that seriously. They're a bunch of knuckle walkers.
Well, I'm sorry, David, but I intend to warn off my contacts in Bangkok.
Well, they're not your contacts, Tony. I'm the one who pays them. You just take a fat commission.
Fine. Then I shall simply appraise them of your situation vis-à-vis the police and allow them to make their own decision.
You pompous prick.
Ah, here come the girls. Let's forget this nasty little incident, shall we, and enjoy the remainder of our evening?
Clearly says that she and David would need an early night, but if you'd like an after-dinner drink, Tony, you're welcome to come back to my place.
Do you know, that is an absolutely tip-top suggestion. But sadly, I have a very early flight to catch, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline.
The drinks are on me.
No, really. I insist.
I'm paying for the fucking bill, all right? Let's go.
Good.
Come on, Mum.
What a joke.
What are you doing?
Where's the big stash?
Sold it.
What? You sold my drugs?
Gave you a bag this morning.
Yeah. That's fucking gone.
Then you've had too much.
What? You expect me to sit through dinner with Lord fucking Monotone and I can't even get whacked at the end of it?
Moynihan is our best contact, OK? And now I have to build our whole setup again.
Yeah, well, maybe dinner would have gone better if you'd backed off on pimping your geriatric mum to...
Oh, get a bloody grip!
Fuck this!
Hey, calm down, you.
Get off me!
No,
fucking
calm down.
Hate you!
No, you don't.
You've bloody done this to me!
Calm down, OK? Hey.
Fuck you! I hate you!
You don't hate me! Hey, you don't hate me, do you? Hey, I'll go and get you something in a minute. I'm always going to look after you. You know that, right? Right?
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to.
This is a turnaround, man.
you scoring from me?
Things have been a bit tight, you know, supply-wise.
You need someone who delivers.
But do you know someone who delivers?
Well, he's a friend of a friend, but I hear he's the best.
Great. Can you hook me up?
But,
Mate, you never get mentioned. I promise you know, you're safe.
well, not even to David. I trust him in that, but you and me, we've always been more simpatico, yeah?
Yeah, no, mate, of course. You had my word.
You heard the name Chattery. He's your man.
And welcome to Melbourne.
You've got a big rep, Chowder.
If we're working together, you call me Hassan.
Chowder, do you want snags or just steak?
Snags?
Sausages. Charred bags of fat and offal.
Fat and offal?
You'll have a steak, mate.
Okay, we'll make an Aussie out of you yet, Chowder.
I want to find one person here to take my whole delivery.
Well, yeah, okay. How much?
6 kilograms. Man, I go to now, he taking 2 months to sell, too long.
Well, if you come to me, I'll move it all in one go, if the quality's high.
95% pure. I bring for you sample for present.
I think we can do business, Hassan.
Peter Howard, small-time dope dealer, recently graduated to heroin.
Selling Mr. McMillan's wares, we think?
Maybe, yes, maybe no, but either way, guy like that. No record, nice family, good house.
We pick him up, he's going to spill his guts.
Mr. Howard? Peter Howard gave up everyone he could think of. He sang like a canary.
Chowdhury. He's known to us, yes.
Known to, as in he's a priority? We've got an informant who links Chowdhury to a bloke by the name of David McMillan.
And you think if we get on board with this McMillan thing, there's a good chance of us pinching Chowdhury?
An excellent chance. But we're going to need resources. The question for you is, how much do you want Chowdhury?
McMillan on toast. I could smell a promotion in the air.
Can't believe she's so small. So sort of serene.
Yeah, that's why we're calling her Clelia.
You're not.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the loveliest name. You want to hold her?
Oh, no.
Come on.
No.
Come on, hold Clelia. Auntie Clely, come on. You're more like family than my family, so...
Just had confirmation. Son's coming in tomorrow night with our first delivery.
Oh, shit, David. I'm so sorry. I really dropped the ball on this one.
It's just business. You've had a baby. That's transcendent, man.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, why don't I go and meet him at the airport tomorrow? That way I can...
No, I think it's best we let him sit in the hotel just for a couple of days and just see what bumps up.
Okay.
Word from Customs is that his suitcase is clear, but he's carrying 2 large cutlery cases that didn't X-ray cleanly.
Cutlery cases, my ass.
Hello. I'm here, but I get trouble at airport.
Look, it's better we talk face to face. Do you remember the place where I taught you about snags?
Sure.
There in 1 hour, and no need to bring the steaks.
Okay.
He's just organised a rendezvous. I think with McMillan.
Yeah, he's out and he's living in a taxi. Over.
All right. Get that phone off. Everyone else went and find those cutlery boxes, OK? But remember, we want these pricks to keep playing, OK? So everything stays exactly as Chowdhury left it, all right?
The first step was to locate the heroin. That was only half the job. To catch David, we had to wait until he took possession.
6 runs. I assume you can seal that stuff up?
Unless he uses a magnifying glass. He'll never pick it.
Then we've got him.
Something funny at the airport. They pretend it's nothing, but I know customs.
It'll be Aries, the task force that's on me. Seems they've got customs on board.
Task boss, why you not tell me this?
Look, it's all under control. Do you understand? The place where we're rendezvousing, not even the trigger-happy Vic police will open fire. OK?
OK.
There.
Nice wheels, David. Aries 1, we have McMillan driving a yellow V-Dub Beetle. He's parking outside the hospital.
Naughty, naughty. You'll get a parking ticket there, mate.
Aries 1, do you read me? Aries 1, do you read me? Hello, what's wrong with this thing? Aries 1? Hello, Aries 1?
Try and get rid of that one, you prick.
You know, I've asked myself a million times, if McMillan knew it was an ambush, why the hell did he walk into it?
We're surrounded by spooks, outside and in here. Don't look.
Stand by, mate. Stand by. Do you copy?
What we do?
Well, on the horn honk, you hand me the bag.
Horn?
Yeah, on the beep beep, Hassa.
Okay, beep beep, and then?
You run like hell. Run.
Move! 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 Hold to that fucking line! Hold to it! Go that way! Move! Move!
Yeah, it is maybe.
Go, Michael, go!
Oh, shit, there go the drugs. Drive. Use your horn, Tim. Use your bloody horn. Go, go, go!
I was waiting for the word to move, but I think my radio's dead. No reception. Fuck! You can find that bitch with a pram. Move it, go!
Bonnie and Clyde 1, the Task Force Aries 0.
Slow down, Hassa. You know, the way to go unnoticed is to avoid doing anything noteworthy. Anyway, the goodies have gone now.
Go, go.
No, go. We're waiting for Clell.
What?
We can't let a lady walk while we drive. Out, Chowder. You're in the back. Out!
It turns out that Melbourne maternity's a radio black spot. There's no reception except at ultra-low frequencies.
And no one knew this.
McMillan did, obviously.
And the pursuit on the Yank tank.
Well, we were parked to block in McMillan's V-dub, but then a green car came around the corner and they threw the bags in.
You lost him. That's all I need to hear. The rest is bullshit.
Boss.
Shut up. Anything at McMillan's Brighton house? Anything?
Well, we had the house under surveillance the whole time, but no one's gone back there as yet.
By the time they do, the drugs and Chowdhury will be long gone.
So all you've got is a drill bit with a smear of smack on it, is that right?
We could pick up Chowdhury at departures. We've got a flag up on him,
Well,
so...
maybe accidentally he's packed a bloody banana, huh? And we can get him on quarantine breaches. Useless.
Right. Up until now, this was about enforcing the law. But after that bloody debacle, it's about our pride as police officers. Now, no one makes me look stupid and gets away with it. No one, ever. And as my team, I expect you to take the same attitude. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, boss.
Good.
Do you want to taste this?
Nah, forget that. Oh, you're gonna fuck me.
No, wait. I want to ask you something. Clelia, would you marry me?
Will you fuck me if I say yes?
Take this seriously.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll marry you.
This represents the feminine, water.
Ah, so you get to be fire.
Put your cauldron on top of mine.
I put your fire out.
No, together we created steam. The union of fire and water. At this time, the couple may speak of their journey in the Tao. Or just exchange rings.
I don't have a ring.
That's okay, I do.
Oh. Wow.
Hey. Hey, don't cry. Hey.
I love you.
That's good. I love you too.
I heard you made a whole lot of coppers look pretty fucking stupid.
I can't take all the credit. You know, they're naturals.
You make an enemy of a cop, they hold the grudge.
You're making more money than you could ever have dreamed of, Benny. I'm sorry, what's the problem?
You're smart. You're a smart operator. But you do take some stupid fucking risks.
You can't do what we do without taking risks.
Yeah, but you enjoy them. And those pussies you hang around with, that fucking beanpole.
Michael's my friend. He's my best friend.
He's a junkie. And chicks, I mean, for Christ's sake, David, chicks you can never trust.
I disagree.
All right. But just remember this. If you fuck up, that affects a whole lot of other people too. In all sorts of ways. Ways you can't even imagine.
I'll see you in a month.
Most blokes would have pulled their heads in, but not our bloke. He just started planning Mr. Chowdhury's next drug run.
There is a place in my head where I go and no one knows what I do when I'm there, and I think that they don't care. If I go, if I stay, makes no difference.
Mr. Singh would fly from Bangkok to Amsterdam. Mr. Manny from Amsterdam to Perth.
So I say,
Mr. Khan from Perth to Sydney.
Thank you very much.
yes, I say, get your kids.
Mr. Cyan would take a flight on to Canberra, then finally a bus to Melbourne. Simple but brilliant, right? Wrong. Because we've been tracking the bugger every step of the way. We got him cold with $2 million worth of heroin in his bags. Some days you just want to sing.
So I say, boys are gonna come for you.
We'll be okay. Say absolutely nothing and we'll be okay.
On your knees. Into the exit bed. Get out of bed now.
David McMillan and Clelia Vagana, you are both under arrest on suspicion of conspiracy to import and distribute a prohibited narcotic, namely heroin. What do you make of him, Kate?
Biggest smartass I've ever met. Tickets on himself, obviously, but I actually kind of like him. Not like that.
We found this in Marie Cotillo's photo album.
Oh.
Who's that, Dave? That'd be me.
My hair's a little longer.
Can you tell me who that is?
Oh, it's a familiar face. But I'm not great with names.
Never heard of him.
How about you take a look at the photo?
No,
So you're saying you don't know him?
I'm not saying anything, you get it?
Subhad Chowdhury, according to Interpol, is the #1 heroin smuggler in the world.
We picked him up today in Melbourne.
Carrying 6 kilograms of pure heroin.
What a shock for Mr. and Mrs. Chowdhury. He looks like such a respectable lad.
You are going to face a number of serious charges related to this importation. Carrying a prison sentence of up to 20 years.
Please, I just want my baby.
We understand that, Marie, and the sooner you're finished here, the sooner you'll get to see her, okay?
I feel sick.
Let's take a look at the photo again, shall we?
Well, just because you got a snapshot of us with this Chowdhury guy, you're going to lump us in with him.
Photos, just corroboration, Michael.
We've also had listening devices in all your homes for a matter of months now.
And to make it nice and easy for you, once you've listened to them, then we can take a statement.
Things might go a bit easier for you.
My baby.
But we will only deal with one of you. So it's first and best dressed.
You understand that, Marie?
Naturally, I opposed bail. So all 4 of them began a long, hard, nasty stay in remand.
So, David, how do you like Pentridge?
Well, I always thought bluestone a very underrated building material.
A lot of fellas who wind up in here, it's easy to see why. But that's not you, is it, David?
Your church, Father, has lots of rules, lots of prohibitions. I'm more about letting people decide for themselves. That's why I'm in here, because I believe in freedom of choice.
I've also heard that you landed your girlfriend in prison. Now, that takes a rare form of stupidity. Or is it worse than that? Greed?
My father worked 12 hours a day, never saw the arsehole, and so in the end my mother left him, and rightfully so. Me, I look after my wife. I walk around with a bag full of money, buy her whatever she wants. And if I work more than 2 hours a day, it's because I'm stuck in traffic.
Funny. You don't seem the lazy type to me. Quite the opposite.
It's not about lazy, Father, it's about smart. If you're done, I think I'm done.
David, just remember, you skid further on bullshit than you do on gravel.
Talk to someone now! I want to fucking talk to someone!
What's the problem, Vagano?
This place is a disgrace. It fucking stinks.
The day doesn't even work at all.
It's freezing cold. Our blankets are wet. My friend is sick. She needs medical attention.
Oh, so you don't like your accommodation, Princess?
You fucking princess me, you bitch. I have important friends. When they hear about the conditions in this shithole, you are ruined.
You stuck up, little bitch. You can forget your friends.
You can forget your job.
Listen here. You listen to me. I'm the only one that can help you in here, and you just went to the top of my shit list. So shut it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You are dead, bitch!
For a spoilt little rich kid like Clelia, prison time was tough. But for a nursing mother, well, it was a living nightmare.
So what's the news? Speak. Man, the look on your face is giving me an ulcer.
Marie's giving a statement to the cops against us.
We need to get a message to her.
No, David. I'm the one who told her to do it. I sent a message through my lawyer telling her to say whatever she needed to.
Why would you do that, Michael?
They offered her bail. Maybe even a reduced sentence.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Their case against her, against all of us, is the conspiracy to import. Now, that doesn't stick unless they can connect us to Chowdhury. The fucking photo isn't enough. And that's all they've got right now.
No, it's not.
What else have they got, Michael?
Well, do you remember how they pinched Peter Howard a few weeks back?
Yeah?
He's the one who put me in touch with Chowdhury.
Peter Howard knows our fucking business. He'll sell us faster than that shit dope he peddled. Why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck!
David, I'm sorry. Mate, I got an 8-week-old child. Do you know what they do to babies when their mothers go to prison? I can't think about anything else. I'm sorry.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. It's okay. We'll figure something out. When am I getting out of here?
Well, I heard from your mate, Lord Tony. Seems he wants to lend a hand.
He lives in the Philippines. What can fucking Tony Moynihan do for me here?
He has contacts. Through his old army regiment. Seems some of them are guns for hire now, and they have considerable experience in, extricating people from difficult circumstances.
How much does Moynihan want?
50 grand to get it rolling, and then whatever it takes to cover costs after that. He offers himself as a consultant for free.
Oh. Have you still got the keys to my Brighton place?
Yeah.
Check the pantry and take a can opener.
These
Enter Captain Percival Hole, ex-SAS. Lord Tony's old drinking buddy and more recently, Commando for hire.
Bump me up to the penthouse, sweet old man. Company's picking up the tab, so no need to scrimp. Trust.
Even David McMillan must have known his chances of a helicopter escape from Pentridge were slim, but he still told Clelia to save herself by dropping him in it.
You must now give them a statement implicating me. Go to town, whatever it takes to get your bail. Remember, we're smart and they're dumb. And the smart will always win. All my love. Always. David.
Now, the prison tennis court is, here, right? Out of range of the guard towers. Plenty of room to land a helicopter.
Plenty of rooms a tad rich, but I agree the right man could manage it.
I've located a drop-off point well out of town.
There'll be Sammy waiting for you out the front. He's dropping off some white goods to Sydney and, yeah, it's totally legit.
And from there it's onto the boat and away. All right, I like the plan.
Right, in terms of personnel.
I ought to be able to sort some blokes for us, yeah. Criminals, correct? I'll use my military contacts to recruit personnel. I will also locate my own equipment. The only thing I require is money.
Smart-ass prick.
Yeah, well, he's charging enough, so I guess we have to follow his lead, eh?
This bust-out, what's the go of them girls?
Well, they're in another prison, Benny.
Yeah, but McMillan's hardly going to leave his little darling in Fairlea while he shoots off to Manila, is he?
Look, my understanding is that if the girls get refused bail again, that they'll be brokering a deal.
Wait, so those bitches have been given the go-ahead to dog me?
There's no reason for them to even mention it.
No, what if they do? Anyone thought about that? Is your army man going to come and rescue me too?
I don't know. All right, it's not in the plan.
You tell McMillan, if he fucks me, I will fuck him harder than he's ever been fucked. And those two bitches, they're gone and all. You tell him.
You know what it is? It's persecution. They're trying to break you down. When I first got into this shithole, they did the same bloody thing.
Don't worry, baby. I'm going to get you out of here, okay?
We need to do something. We need to force them to pay attention.
The girl's second bail hearing was only a few days away. Now all they had to do was sit tight, play it cool.
by Police Association Chief Tom Rippon as a prisoner of war camp. Last night at 8:19, the remand dormitory, one of the oldest buildings within the complex, was alight end to end, and women were trapped inside. The funerals of two of the fire victims, Mary Castillo and Celia Vigano, are due to be held tomorrow. Their de facto husbands are both Pentridge prisoners and have applied for permission to attend the burial service. But Minister Walter Jonah has refused on the grounds of security.
No one ever figured out exactly what happened at Fairley that day. The theory was that Clelia started the fire as some kind of protest. But because it was suspicious, David and Michael were transferred to the high-security Jika unit for their own protection. With the tomato can cash supply running low, the old villain known as Lord Tony managed to wring one last payday out of his mate, David McMillan.
For a fee, I could give you some information about David McMillan's activities since being arrested. That's well worth a flutter, I assure you.
Lord Tony's tip-off about the escape plan meant extra prison time for David and Michael on top of their conspiracy to import sentences. And Michael was soft. He did it hard. And David? Now that Bonnie was gone, nothing really mattered to Clyde anymore.
You were right. I've wasted my life. And worse, I've hurt all these people that love me.
And what do you intend to do about it?
I'm gonna change. I was hoping that you might be able to help me.
They told me that you were really bad news. They said that you were no good for...
All up, David got 17 years. Pretty harsh by today's standards, but I got to hand it to him. He took it on the chin. In fact, he was a model prisoner.
So we're endorsing your application for day leave. I hope this is the first step toward a new life.
They gave him day leave. Didn't mean he got out of prison any earlier, but it did mean he could go home on the weekends. The first step to becoming a useful member of society.
You know, I've been calling round. You wouldn't believe the amount of support you've been getting.
Tell them to send cash, not cheques.
You remember Daniel? Property developer I had the fling with? Well, he's selling apartments off the plan. Badly needs salesman.
Real estate. Jesus, is it really that desperate?
Don't be a choosy beggar, David. Now, come and sit. I'm terribly proud I've managed to make this damn thing work. First date, Channel 9. Oh, my God, you're so handsome.
Were?
It's also that fellow you were in the hi-fi club with at school. You know, the skinny redhead.
Spot.
Yeah.
Can't remember his real name.
Well, he's an editor now at the Fin Review. Said he'd take an article from you. You know, your impressions of how Melbourne's changed in the last 10 years.
Rosie, you haven't had a fling with Spot, I hope.
Your first radio licence. The others were mostly 5 years older, and you were smarter than the lot. Ah. It's jammed. Infernal thing.
Want me to fix it?
I think I'll just get myself another drink.
Summers of sparkly grit on fumy sidewalks and the bright, chill slap of winter were my 10-year-old memories of Melbourne's inner core.
Fumy sidewalks.
I thought it sounded poetic.
Real estate.
I don't know. Maybe something else.
Is that what you want to do?
Hey, Mike.
Hey. Oh, yeah, hi. Ah, Jesus Christ, David. Are you crazy? I mean, they could be watching you, man.
Oh, come on, mate. I haven't slipped that much. It's all right, mate. There's no one following me. Hey. Look, I'm getting things going again like before. But I need your help.
Inspector, sorry to bother you, but I've got something here that might interest you. We pinched O'Connell a couple of weeks ago holding an ounce of speed already divvied up, open and shut traffic amphetamine.
Then you let him run?
Yeah, he gave us names, mid-level distributors, so we went with it. Anyway, he comes in this morning saying he's got something even better, but he'll only talk to you.
Right.
Oh, g'day, Jeff. Long time no see, eh?
The inspector's a busy man, so if you've got something to say, spit it out.
This charge young Katie's got me on here, that's going to be a third offence for me, Inspector. There's no way I'm doing a long stretch, no way.
What do you expect me to do about it, Benny?
Well, a bloke like you, mover and a shaker, I reckon you could do a bloody lot if you wanted to.
Try me.
You remember David McMillan? He's not your favourite bloke, is he? What if I could hand you Macmillan? Get the prick on a big one.
I'd say you're tripping, Benny. McMillan's already in prison.
Nah, day release. In fact, he's on a 3-dayer right now. And believe you me, he is not spending his long weekends going water skiing. So, I can give you the full story, but firstly, what are you going to do for me?
Benny O'Connell heard he cut a deal.
That's not true.
Well, maybe yes, maybe no. I mean, the smart move here, we better call things off.
Benny wouldn't do it. He and I go too far back.
What planet are you on, David? Benny O'Connell hates your guts.
Mate, listen. Okay, 10 years ago, you trusted me to run things and I put you all in the shit. I think about that every day, man, and I'm so sorry. But believe me, I've learned my lesson. I'm never going to let that happen again.
It's fine. Just please, David, let's just put the Bangkok run on ice and pull our heads in a bit.
There's no need, man. Right?
Yeah, mate.
All right, gentlemen. Firstly, I want to thank you for your quick work on the McMillan investigation. Seems that everything O'Connell gave us checks out.
McMillan has been flying out to Bangkok on a Friday night, buying heroin, then making it back to Melbourne in time to cut the gear, distribute it, and then check back into prison first thing on a Monday morning.
Well, how's that possible?
See this? Picked up in a raid on a well-known St Kilda-based heroin dealer. Told us his supplier was a bloke named Donald Westlake.
AKA David McMillan.
So far, McMillan's done small runs. The word is he's got a big one planned for this weekend.
We have him in custody right now, but the problem is if we rearrest him, we can only get him on parole breaches.
Well, we could let him run. Grab him on the way back into the country holding the gear.
No. The decision we've taken is that as a substantive offence will take place on Thai soil, the safest move is to alert our Thai colleagues that McMillan's coming and let them take it from there.
I'm sorry, boss, but they shoot drug traffickers over there.
When you were in uniform, did you ever have to attend an underage heroin overdose? Did you ever have to tell some parents that their little girl had killed herself on smack?
No. No, I didn't.
Right, then shut your mouth. Any more questions?
Good. Back to work.
If you want me, just call Michael. I'll be at his place.
Why?
He's had a container of Scandinavian furniture come in. It's lovely stuff. And he needs a catalogue by Monday.
This parole thing, I mean, I thought we'd be spending more time together.
We will spend more time together when I get back.
David. Why don't you stop?
I'd give up show business. Now, I'm going to see you on Sunday night. Okay? I love you. My lovely Rose.
commercial, right? That's the one.
I've known a lot of crooks in my time. The most dangerous are the ones who don't give a damn if they live or die. They generally wipe themselves out early. But that wasn't our David. So what the hell was he thinking that day? Walking through a Thai airport with a bag full of drugs, knowing the cops were all over him. Was he doing it for kicks? Trying to prove a point? Was it, I don't know, a death wish? I'll leave that one to the head shrinkers.
Is there a problem? Passport! I've already shown my documents.
Let me guess. Caught smuggling drugs. Only they weren't yours, huh? So someone must have planted them on you.
Yeah, something like that.
Death sentence then, 99% conviction rate. You know, here, they cane you before they shoot you. Talk about bloody overkill, huh?
My lawyer suggests I confess, plead for clemency.
Then you get life instead. You done time before? A little. Here's different. It's better. If you can ignore the filth and the disease and the irrational violence.
Yes, I haven't seen much that I like.
Well, here, money talks, okay? Like, don't get any ideas. No Westerners ever got out of here, man. Not one. Christ on a bike! Oh, I got a shit. Push. That's the other thing that'll get you. The food. Oh.
Don't. Don't do that. Don't. I'll pay you.
Court case looming, a death sentence at the end of it. David knew the clock was ticking.
Hello?
Mum?
David? I didn't expect to hear from you.
Rosie, I'm sorry I didn't call earlier.
So why are you calling now?
I know you don't have very much, but I need money. A little bit will go a long way here.
Well, I'm broke, David. You know better than most.
Okay, I understand. And I really am sorry that I've disappointed you so much.
You didn't disappoint me. That's the thing. You've done exactly what I expected. That's the awful part. I'll send whatever I can.
Thank you.
Sure enough, the old girl's money soon arrived in his bank account. And Rosie's golden boy set about improving his standard of living. Got himself transferred to a better cell, ate better, dressed better, even hired himself a manservant.
Hey, this one. It's got something.
And big bonus, he was allowed to take up painting, which of course involved building picture frames. In time, he received interesting packages from old friends back home. With David McMillan, nothing was ever exactly what it seemed. And he waited until the perfect night arrived, when the conditions were just right. For a night when he launched his most audacious plan of all.
I know it's tempting to sound the alarm, but believe me, it'll be hard to enjoy your reward with a bullet in your head. It's too loud. I paid a small fortune in radio privileges, so I can have it as loud as I like. Anyway, Porn Vid's on night duty. He's deaf as a post.
You got to give him 10 out of 10 for ingenuity. The boy from Caulfield Grammar had designed his picture frames to bolt together into a ladder.
You're right.
Okay.
You're unbelievable.
Believe, Calvin. Believe.
Getting out of the cell was one thing, but then he had to gamble on the guards. He calculated some would be on meal breaks, some sleeping through their shift, others busy watching Aussie porn that he'd thoughtfully provided. But still, all it would take to finish him was one pair of sharp eyes. David McMillan had a theory. No escaping prisoner strolls down the street under an umbrella. And it seems the guards thought the same thing, because in the end, he simply walked away. becoming the first and only Westerner ever to escape from the Bangkok Hilton.
Inspector, this just arrived, addressed to you, care of the drug squad. It's a prison envelope, Klong Prem.
Dear Inspector Leyland, I'd like to apologise for all the trouble, expense, and particularly the embarrassment I've caused the Victoria Police over the years. I trust that I won't trouble you again, and I hope that your war against drugs is soon won. Yours, David McMillan.
McMillan eventually fled to Pakistan, where he set up a new drug smuggling operation. Once again he was caught, jailed, and once again he escaped. Next he went to Europe, and guess what? Yep, he was convicted of drug trafficking, once in Denmark, later in the UK. Now he lives in London a free man, earning his living as a second-hand furniture dealer. He's safe from the Thai firing squad because the POMs won't extradite people to countries where they face the death penalty. And Australia? Well, all he's done here is breach parole. And break a few hearts. Michael Sullivan stayed in touch with David until 2001, when he died of leukemia. Best mates to the end. You could say David McMillan got away with it all. But that depends on how you look at it.
This has been my last night presenting the Channel 9 Junior News Bulletin, but I trust I'll see you all again soon on some other great Channel 9 programme. Till then, cheerio and good night.
It's a jungle out there.